The principle of Bhakti, devotion, love for God, was first proclaimed by Krishna through the Bhagavad Gita. In particular, Krishna said, "Only love can contemplate me in my innermost essence and merge with me. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you sacrifice or offer, whichever feats you perform, do it for the sake of me." Seeking unity with me, resolutely cognizing the Atman, devoted the mind and consciousness to me, such a loving me disciple is dear to me. All for whom I am the supreme goal are dear to me above all. It is clear to everyone who has advanced already on the path of spiritual development that without love for the Creator, it is not possible to achieve the highest goal. That is, direct cognition of God in the aspect of the Creator and mergence with Him. It is the emotions of love that help consciousnesses to become closer to each other and to unite with each other. Consciousnesses of ordinary people and those perfect consciousnesses that dwell in the abode of the Creator. So the task of every spiritual seeker is to develop love, aspiration for the Creator, that can attract him or her to the embrace of the main beloved and can help to abandon all earthly attachments, all vices, so that there remains only the Creator and devotional service to Him. In this way, one can achieve disappearance of oneself in Him, and then such a perfect soul acts from within Him, helping others who have not achieved the highest goal yet. All who achieved the fullness of the perfection were bhaktas of the Creator. There is no other way to cognize Him and to merge with Him. Yet, how can one learn such love? In order to answer this question, one has to find out how the emotions of love are formed in us. If someone asserts that these emotions are produced by the brain, it means that this person does not understand anything about love. The point is that our emotions are a product not of the brain, but of special bioenergetical organs in the chakras first of all. For example, the emotions of admiration caused by the beauty, by harmony of particular situations. For instance, my dream came true, are born in the neck chakra Vishuddha. The despising emotions of anxiety, irritation, malice, anticipation of unpleasant situations. For example, as in case of students before exams, are a product of the malfunctioning chakra Manipura, located in the region of the solar plexus. Sexual emotions originate in the chakra Svadhisthana, in the lower part of the abdomen. The emotions of self-confidence are produced when the lowest chakra, Muladhara, is full of energy. The emotions of love are produced in the spiritual heart, which begins its growth in the chakra Anahata. When this chakra is developed, it occupies the entire volume of the chest. God, in the aspect of the Creator, or the primordial consciousness of the Holy Spirit, or Brahman, or Messiah, or Avatar, are the subtlest components of the Absolute. And in order to cognize Him, to perceive Him with the same clarity as we perceive bodies of incarnate people, we have to refine ourselves to make the consciousness subtle. This is why God suggests that we rid ourselves even of the ability to enter coarse emotional states and cultivate in ourselves the most subtle emotions. Emotions are states of the consciousness. And in order to become closer to the divine states, we have to accustom ourselves to these states. In particular, one has to keep in mind that after the death of the material body, we continue to live in that state of the consciousness which was the most habitual for us during the life in the body. For example, people who accustom themselves to emotional coarseness continue to live in these states among other souls similar to them. People who are used to live in subtle, tender, harmonious states will become inhabitants of paradise. And those who accustom themselves to the divine subtlety and learn to merge with God in the aspect of the Holy Spirit or the Creator remain in mergence with them. There are several ways of mastering the subtlety of the consciousness. Among them, there is a quite common, natural way, sexual love. However, it must not be sex with just anybody, but only with the representative of the corresponding guna, that is, with people of the same level of spiritual advancement. The mixture of gunas is not approved by God. Another way is to develop in oneself tender love care for children. Let us note that Jesus Christ paid much attention to this. For example, in the New Testament, there are the following commandments. I give you a new commandment, that you love one another. And above all things, have fervent love for each other. Let us love one another. For love is God, and everyone who loves has been born of God and knows God. The one who does not love has not known God, for God is love. We have to love one another. If we love one another, God dwells in us, and His perfect love is in us. God is love, and he who abides in love abides in God, and God in him. Owe no one anything except love. Love your enemies. Bless those who curse you. Do good to those who hate you, and pray for those who mistreat you and persecute you. If you love those who love you, what merit do you have? He who says he is in the light and hates his brother is in darkness until now. Let your love be without hypocrisy. Shrink from evil, cleave to good. Be brotherly loving one another. Jesus also demonstrated to the disciples his tender attitude towards Mary Magdalene, showing by this that such emotion and ways of behaving are welcomed by God. Let me emphasize that in the sexual aspect of human relationships, it is the emotion of tenderness, caress, care for the partner that are valuable. One can receive much help in this work from communication with tender beauty of living nature. especially in the early morning or in the evening at sunset. We have to learn to love sincerely all the best in the creation, and then the entire creation as a whole. Only then we can gain the ability to fall in love with the Creator. Now, it must be clear to everyone that there can be no developed love in the person who satisfies his or her gluttony with meals made of bodies of killed animals. Very helpful can be also works of art, such as appropriate films, photographs, paintings, music, choreographies. There are also methods developed in religious movements that contribute to the development of the emotions of love directed toward God. For example, in Catholicism, there are schemes of expressing gratitude to Jesus for the feat of his earthly life, compassionated him with regard to his painful death on the cross. There are also good Orthodox chorales. There are meditation contributing to the development of exalted love for God, practiced in some Protestant churches. There are also bhajans, short meditative formulas repeated many times in forms of chanting. Their purpose is to imprint in the consciousnesses of the participants the states of reverence, gratitude for God, and the aspiration to rid oneself of the vices, to develop positive qualities in oneself. Among bhajans, one can mention Mahamantra, invented by divine Chaitanya. It praised the creator of the teaching of Bhakti Yoga, Krishna. Mahamantra sounds
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Its meaning is the following: praise to Krishna, omnipresent. Rama means omnipresent. Chaitanya told us that he personally comes to provide spiritual help to those who practice Mahamantra. One can dance when singing Mahamantra or listening to his record. Chaitanya himself always dances gracefully and gently to the sounding of the Mahamantra when he comes to incarnate bhaktas. There are also beautiful bhajans performed by Avatar of our days, Satya Sai Baba. Satya Sai Baba personally blessed us to include them in our film Sattva. You may listen to his bhajans in this film. But it is very important that there is a way to accelerate significantly the growth of the considered positive qualities by stimulating directly the development of the organ of emotional love in oneself, the spiritual heart. With the help of special esoteric techniques. One of such techniques is Jesus' prayer, an attempt to invite Jesus into one's own spiritual heart by repeating frequently an appeal to him. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. In this way, one can invite Jesus to enter one's chakra, anahata, from behind. There are also other less effective formulas of appealing to him. This method of spiritual work became the central one in the esoteric movement called Hesychasm. The word Hesychasm originates from the Greek word hesychia, that is, inner quietness, inner calm. Hesychasm implies gaining steadfast calm of the mind, which is an essential foundation for meditative work. Methodological developments of our school allowed us to create full understanding of the mechanism of opening the spiritual heart and achieving Hesychia. This helps worthy spiritual seekers to master these stages of self-development in a quick and confident way, and then to move further on this path. And what does one have to do then? Then one has to grow oneself as a spiritual heart, which becomes more and more subtle. In order to become capable of perceiving directly God in the aspect of the Holy Spirit. Having grown to sufficient size, much larger than the size of the physical body, such a consciousness gains the ability to move actively in the multidimensional space with the help of the non-material arms consisting of the energy of the spiritual heart. With these arms, we can embrace our divine teachers, like we can embrace our most beloved incarnate people. Divine teachers become as easily perceived for us as incarnate people. And then they will bring their favorite disciples into their abode, into the abode of the Creator. How it happens, we describe in our other lectures and books.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Еще раз поговорим, с какой
Let's
целью
discuss again
имеет смысл нам
with what purpose it
использовать
makes sense for us to use Mahamantra.
петь ее,
Should we
повторять,
sing it,
танцевать
repeat
под неё.
it, dance to it?
Есть мнение, что
Some people believe
когда мы
that if we
поем
sing
или
or repeat
повторяем
Mahamantra,
Махамантру, то
it
Господу
pleases
Кришне
Lord
приятно,
Krishna,
и за это Он нас
and
в рай
He will
возьмет.
take us to paradise for doing this.
Но если по-серьезному, то да, Кришне
Speaking
приятно,
seriously,
как и любому
yes,
другому
it is
божественному
pleasant to
учителю.
Krishna, as to any
Когда
other divine
воплощенные люди
teacher,
обращают на
when
него
incarnate
внимание,
people pay attention to
обращаются
Him,
с преданной
addressed Him
любовью,
with devotional love,
благодарностью,
with
почтением.
gratitude, with reverence.
Но только в рай Он нас за
Yet,
это не возьмет.
He will not take us to paradise
В
for
рай
this.
мы попадаем не за
We
то,
go to
что
paradise
произносим те
not
или
for
иные слова,
uttering
или
certain
даже поем,
words,
или даже танцуем под них.
not for singing or
В рай мы
dancing.
попадаем за
One goes to paradise
состояние души.
thanks to the paradisiacal state of the soul.
Сколько бы мы ни танцевали, там,
However
пели и
much
так
we
далее
dance,
Махамантру,
sing
или другие
Mahamantra, or other
божественные,
bhajans,
божественные
divine
песни,
songs,
и при этом
but
будем
if we
оставаться
remain
грубыми,
emotionally coarse,
эмоционально, никакого рая не будет.
then there will be no paradise for us.
Вот как
How
попадать
to
в
go
рай,
to
об этом мы
paradise?
уже очень
We
много
discuss
говорили,
quite a
но
lot,
не это должно быть нашей целью.
but it must not be our
Нашей
goal.
целью должно быть
Our goal
слияние с
must be
Творцом.
mergence with the Creator.
Это есть высшая
This is
цель, и
the
надо
highest goal,
ухватиться именно за неё, к
and
ней
one has to
подтягиваться.
aspire to it, go to it.
И если мы именно к высшей цели
If we aspire
подтягиваем
to
себя,
go towards the
то
highest goal,
у нас есть
then
шанс
we have a chance to realize it.
её достичь. Если нет,
If we
то
do not manage to
это
realize
позволяет
it,
максимально к ней
our
приблизиться.
efforts
И
anyway
потом, чтобы
allows
продвинуться
us to
вперед.
become closer to this goal, and we will continue walking
Вот
to it
ещё
next time.
по поводу Махамантры.
Concerning
Вспоминается
Mahamantra, I recall events of distant past.
ребятишки мои знакомые
Acquaintances of mine, young
тоже
boys,
прислушались к мнению о том,
had heard
что
an opinion that
животное,
any
если даже
animal which happened
слышит
to
просто
hear
Махамантру,
Mahamantra
то перевоплощается в человека.
becomes a human in the next
Вот
incarnation,
они дома
and they
собирались,
used to gather at home
сажали в центр
to put a
круга
cat in the
кота
center
и
of a
пели ему
circle
Махамантру.
and sing
Кот
Mahamantra to this
приходил
cat.
в ужас от этого,
The
писал
cat
на
was
всех.
terrified,
Что такое
urinated on
запах
them,
кошачьей мочи?
and you may know
Вот,
what the
наверное,
smell of
люди,
cat's
которые
urine
много
is
с кошками
if you
общались,
had a cat in
он
your
очень
home.
трудно выводится.
It is very hard to remove the smell.
Потом еще
There were
интереснее было,
also
мама
interesting
хозяина
consequences.
этого кота, хозяйка
The mother
квартиры,
of one of these boys,
всего этого
the owner of the flat,
наслушалась,
who observed
и
and
потом
listened
сама
to
пошла
all
сдаваться
this,
к психиатру.
after some time went to psychiatrist. She said, "Please heal me. Mahamantra is repeated by itself in my mind." So the doctor treated her for Mahamantra.
Ну вот это что, к чему это все рассказал?
Why am I
Не
telling
к
you
тому,
about this story?
чтобы гневно осуждать
not for the
сектантов,
purpose of condemning the
не к
sectarians
тому, чтобы насмехаться и
or to making
издеваться.
a mock of them.
Просто это типично для
This is just a typical example
детских игр
of childish
в
game
религии.
of religion.
Вот такова
Such
религиозность детей
is the religiosity of children, both
онтогенетических и
ontogenital
психогенетических.
and
То есть по
psychogenetical.
возрасту
That is, by the
ума
age of
в
the
данном
mind in the current
воплощении и
incarnation,
по возрасту
and by the
души
age of the soul
во
in the
всей
entire
эволюции данной.
evolution of this particular soul.
Так что махамантру надо обязательно, если
If we want to be
по-серьезному
serious, to have serious attitude toward our spiritual
то ее
path,
нужно петь
then we have to sing Mahamantra
любовью именно, с
with
эмоциональной
emotional
любовью
love
к Кришне.
for Krishna.
Это что касается начальных ступеней.
This concerned the
А на
initial
высших
stages
ступенях
of the path.
махамантра может дать
On
нам
the higher
несравненно
stages,
больше.
Mahamantra can provide to us
Если мы
much
с ее
more
помощью охватываем
if, with its help, we embrace with the arms of the consciousness
Кришну Раму,
Krishna Rama,
Кришну вездесущего,
Krishna omnipresent.
любя его,
If we
заполняя
love him,
собою
fill with herself
изнутри его божественные
his
формы.
divine forms from within.
Но существует не только
There are
махамантра в
also
качестве
other
такого
bhajans suitable
удобного
for such singing.
для повторений, для пения бхаджан. Есть, например,
For example,
такая формула Баба
there is the
Нам
formula
Кевалам.
Baba Nam Kevalam.
Баба — это Бог Отец,
Baba is
Нам
God the
это
Father.
описание
Nam is a description
Бога
of God
в
in the
аспекте
aspect of the
Творца
Creator
или
or the
Абсолюта.
Absolute.
Кевалам только.
Kevalam means only.
То есть смысл
That
этой
is, the
формулы
meaning of this
есть
formula is the following.
для меня
There is
только.
only God
Только
for
Бог
me.
есть для меня.
Only God
Существует для
exists
меня.
for me.
И вот очень есть
And there is a
удобные
very
напевы
convenient
этой
way to
мантры.
sing this mantra.
Баба нам кевалам, Баба нам кевалам, Баба нам кевалам, Баба нам кевалам.
Baba Nam Kevalam, 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 Baba Nam Kevalam.
И вот под эту мантру
To this mantra, it is very easy to open the arms of the consciousness behind the body, in the depths of the multidimensional space, to swim there. As we swim in the volume of the ocean with the help of the arms, in the same way we can move in the volume of the Absolute, in the volume of the primordial consciousness, with the help of the giant arms of the consciousness. This mantra is very auspicious, in particular for realizing the meditation Nam. I repeat that Nam means a description of the Absolute. Nam does not mean name. Nam may include a name or names of divine teachers, the names that people use in different languages for the Creator. Ishvara, Svarog, Odin, God the Father, Creator, Hala, Tao. There are many different names in different languages for one and the same Creator. We can recall all these names when singing the mantra Bhavanam Kevalam. If we know the scheme for studying the structure of the Absolute published in our books, then with the help of the arms of the consciousness, we can move from one eon to another, but of course not outside the Absolute, not to the utter darkness, to hell. One should not enter the eon of hell. One should just know the boundary with this eon. And one can push oneself from this boundary and fall to the abode of the Creator along the vector of the multidimensional scale. One can place the end of love in the different eons of the Absolute, in the right and left sides with respect to the physical body. One can move into the abode of the Creator and stretch the arms into the creation, pervade with oneself different eons of the creation.
А для тех, кто наиболее адекватный для себя считает
And for those who follow the tradition of Islam,
именно суфизма,
namely
для них тоже
Sufism,
существует
for
прекрасная
such people
мантра,
there is a remarkable mantra.
можно петь прекрасный бхаджан.
They can sing a beautiful
Это
bhajan.
одна из ведущих
It is one
формул
of the most
ислама.
important formulas
Allah
of
Akbar.
Islam. Allah Akbar.
Что это значит?
What does it mean?
Аллах
Allah in Arabic
по-арабски
denotes
Бог
God the
Отец,
Father.
Акбар
Akbar
значит
means
велик.
great.
И вот эта формула
This formula
призвана
reminds people
напоминать людям о том, что
that God the Father
Бог Отец на самом деле
is really
абсолютно
absolutely
велик,
great,
выше всего и всех.
greater than everyone
Он
and everything.
вселенск,
He is
Он
universal.
бесконечен.
He is infinite.
Аллах Акбар.
Allah Akbar.
Вот мы можем вспоминать
We can recall about the infinite greatness
нежного,
of the
нежнейшего,
tender, subtle
тончайшего
consciousness
сознания
of the Creator.
Творца. В арабском
In
произношении
Arabic
еще
pronunciation,
добавляется к слову
they
«Аллах»
had the vowel hu
в данной
to the word hala
конструкции.
in this construction.
Аллаху Акбар. 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 И вот мы можем или одну из
So we can use one of these badges
или все
or use them all, one after
Когда
another.
мы последний бхаджан
When we sing the later bhajan,
к нам придут обязательно ведущие
the divine masters of Sufism comes to us, in particular the founder of Sufi movement, Grandmaster,
божественный имам,
Divine Himam, Karas,
божественная сулия,
Divine Sulya.
их истории
The stories of their development
записаны в нашей книге
to the divine level are described in our book, Classics of Spiritual Philosophy and the Present.
И вот можно
So we can
ориентироваться на
aspire
какого-то одного
to one
божественного
particular
учителя,
divine
можно
teacher
ориентироваться сразу на
or to
всех
all
именно
divine
божественных
teachers,
учителей. Помня при том, что они
keeping in
все
mind that all
абсолютно
they
едины,
are absolutely one,
между ними никогда не может быть в принципе
that there
никаких
can be no
разногласий и
disagreements
противоречий.
or discord between them.
Потому что те, кто
Those
имели
who
бы
have
противоречия,
disagreements with the Creator
Творцом, они не смогли бы войти в него
cannot
и
enter
слиться с
Him
ним.
and merge with Him.
Должно быть совпадение
There must be
полное
full coherence
показателям, параметрам
with the Creator on all characteristics, on
и
all
по уровню
parameters,
утонченности
on the level
сознания,
of
и
subtlety,
по
of the
пониманию.
consciousness, and on understanding.
Можно вспомнить формулу Бабаджи,
One can recall also the formula of Babaji:
любовь,
truth,
карма-йога,
simplicity, love,
уничтожение
karma yoga,
своего «я»,
abandonment of the
слияние с
lower
высшим
self
«я».
for the sake of merging with the higher self.
Кто все это и очень многое
Those
другое
who realize
поняли,
these
вырастили себя до
and grew large enough,
приличных, так сказать, размеров, чтобы вступить в обитель Творца,
they enter
вот
the
тем
abode
и
of the
вступают
Creator
и
and
становятся
become
единствующими
co-essential to
Ему.
Him.
И все они учат
And all
тому и
they
тому же.
teach the same.
И то, что иногда это
And if they
говорит
express the same truth
разными
in
словами,
different words,
с разных
use
сторон
different
подходя
approaches
к одной и
to the
той же
same
цели,
higher goal,
это же
it
прекрасно.
is remarkable.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.